What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Did my sound effect not work? There we go. What's going on, friends and family? How y'all feel? Man, oh man, oh man. Got to get the cleaner's tag off of it. Got my nice, fresh, and white popping. What's going on, friends? How y'all feel? How do y'all feel today? Is everybody good? I hope everybody feeling good. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Naomi? What's up, King? Azriel, Yakar, Purple Haze, Mr. Lot, Tasha, Baby, Soups. City Boy Rico. Ceasefire is still in place. Ceasefire is still in place. We're going to talk about it. We got enough to talk about today to fill a whole week. I ain't lying, we do. I ain't lying. Y'all feel amazing? Y'all feel amazing? I am a little bit disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. Well, first, let me get some housekeeping out of the way. So, first and foremost, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Secondly, we got the meetup this weekend. So, I'm looking forward to kicking it with the people at the meetup. Third, make sure y'all join the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description of any of the most recent videos. Fourth, let's go ahead and be respectful inside of the chat and respectfully disagree if you have a disagreement. Fifth, after hours tonight. And last but not least, I am a little disappointed. Iran did agree to a ceasefire. Garrett, get your information right. That's why you're watching the Millionaire Morning Show. Feeling wonderful this morning, alive and blessed, says Major Gains. Let me tell you something, man. I was really disappointed today because usually I would like order breakfast on DoorDash, or if I'm not stopping at like the Pancake House in Birmingham or Southfield, I'll usually order breakfast on DoorDash, right? Or I go to the Hudson's Cafe. But today was a little different. Weather was nice. Fireworks was last night. I didn't really get a chance to look at it on a rooftop because I was live streaming on the Q show. And thank you, Chris Cunningham. I'm going to read that shortly. And so this morning, I was working and then I got ready to come here into the studio and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and go into a new restaurant. Not a new restaurant like it just opened, but somewhere I've never been before. Somewhere I've never been before. So I'm not going to name the restaurant. But I said I'm going to go and get some breakfast from here. So I stopped in. I'm not even going to tell y'all where it's located because, you know, that junk could go viral, honestly. I stopped in and pulled up, seen some people outside, because it's a busy thoroughway. And they said, "Oh, you Anton Daniels." I said, "What up, though?" So we kicked it. And then I went into the restaurant. And I said, "I want to do a carryout." And they said, "Okay, what do you want to do on your carryout?" And so I told them, "Let me get an omelet, egg white omelet, spinach, tomatoes, onions. Um, you know, let me get a carryout." They said, "Okay, cool." I walk outside, check my phone, because the weather is nice, them summer Michigan days. I walk back in so that I could pay for my food. And I seen something that absolutely terrified my soul. I'm not afraid of anything in this world, literally nothing. But if there is one thing that will absolutely, positively give me the heebie jeebies, is if I see roaches. If I see a roach, it's hard for me to maintain my composure. So I paid for my food. I didn't even do card. I just gave him cash. I said, "You keep the change." I took the food outside. I took the bag because it was the bag that was tied up. I took the food outside. I just dropped it right into the trash can and got in my car and drove off. You'll never see me again. You will never, ever, 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 ever in life see me again. One thing is for sure, and two things is for certain. I do not mess around with a critter. I do not mess around with critters. I do not. Nope. Not even a little bit. Nice people. I hope they do okay. I hope they get that problem under control. But I can't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. It's very few things that I'm afraid of on this earth. And I'm not afraid of it, but I just can't. I can't have one even in my sphere. I don't want one to attach itself to me and then carry itself into my place. I can't. I just can't. Because on the carryout desk, it's like the carryout right by the front door, and I seen it rope. And I said, "Oh, critters. Critters. I gotta go. I gotta go. I got to go. Gots to go. I can't do it. I can't do it." So I just left. Made sure that I highlighted that I never will order from that place on DoorDash. Nothing. I don't want nothing. I can't. I can't, bro. Anton, how far in the fear factor would you make it? I wouldn't go on the show. I wouldn't go on the show. Nikki says, "Why didn't you get a refund?" Family. Keep the money. Keep that $14, $15. Keep it. I just want to get out of there. I just want to go. And I don't want to make a scene. I want to go and I don't want to make a scene. I'm out. I'm out. I don't even care. I just want to go. They had already made the food. I don't want to sit there. See, here's what's in my mind. Once I see it, I can't unsee it. So I don't want to sit there and have any more conversation. I just want to go. I just want to leave. I just want to go. I don't want nothing. I don't want to see it. I don't want none of that. None of that. Why it says the roaches down south fly. Facts. Which is why I can't live down south. That's the one thing, right? Honestly. Look, man. I seen a roach in Miami. I said, "Ooh, wee." And it was big and it got around. And I said, "Yo, you seen that?" Because it was out on the street. I said, "You seen that?" And they said, "Oh, that's just what, that little water bug?" I said, "A water bug?" They said, "It's normal down here because it stay hot year round." I said, "Oh, send me back to Detroit. I'm good." I'm telling you, it's the smallest simple thing. I could overcome. They do fly. Yes, they do fly on the way to 6. Yes, they do fly. Honest to God. It's very few things that I could do. They told me that those be around year round and they grow in size and they manifest themselves and they get bigger because they don't actually have any weather that cleanses the air. And I said, "Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out." Mm-mm. Those is just palmetto bugs. You lying to me? You lying to me? You lying to me? I will go to a whole new city. I will move. That's why I said, listen, you are honest to God. You are the environment that you grow up in. You are the environment. Because see, people in Florida, they used to them. They got the goals in their mouth. Niggas be having the spike dreads and stuff like that. And women think that that's cute down south. Women think that's cute. Niggas be looking dirty and junk like that, like they just got out the trash can. But as long as they got dreads in their head and it's blonde tipped, oh, women be like, oh yeah, he. I feel you. I feel you. That's their culture. I'm not trying to immerse myself. I understand it. I get what you're saying. I'm going home. We different in Detroit. We like glasses, buffs, Cartier glasses. We talk a certain way. We wear Pradas. We still are going to pick up some Gerbots if we can find some. We ain't tripping off that. We like off seasons because it cleanses the air. We get it. We get it. It's nice to visit. I don't want to stay permanently. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. I know y'all like the what's my man name? Trump pardoned him. Not Lil Wayne, the other one. The other one. What's the other rapper that Trump had pardoned? Kodak Black. I know y'all like the Kodak Black hairstyle. Y'all like the Kodak Black dreads. Oh, girl, he's so grimy and man. I said, you got it. You got it. We cool. Up here in Detroit, we like deodorant, Colgate, toothpaste, white teeth. Um, we got some stuff that's bad about us too. Everybody got something bad about them. Everybody got a hood everywhere they go. But I'm gonna just tell you, y'all like the Kodak Black hair, niggas blowing weed in your face. I'm good on that. I'm straight. I'm straight. I said, send me back to Detroit. Send me back to Detroit. I'm good. That's cool. We just gonna get a 4x4 for the winter. We gonna get the SRTs, you know what I'm saying, for the summer. We gonna get the Hellcat for the summer, and then we gonna get the TRX for the winter. Give me a reason to buy a pickup truck. I'm good. We'll figure it out. I don't, bro. Honest to goodness, bro. Like it's for me personally, it's nowhere like Detroit. I love visiting everywhere. It's nothing like I love being a Detroiter. I'm cool with it. I don't care if nobody ever want to do it or whatever. You cool? You don't like? I'm cool. We good. We good. Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers, Lions. We good. We want all animals. All animals. Lions and tigers. You know what I'm saying? Animals, cars, and wings and Hockey Town, baby. The Red Wings. We good. Anyways, y'all rock out down there. Y'all do y'all thing. When they be saying, man, you don't know nothing about this. And I be thinking to myself sometimes, like, yeah, man, I could really buy a place down here. Then I see something. You said that's a palmetto bug? That look like, we call them roaches where we from. Yeah. You walk into New York, walking down the street after leaving the bar, after we did the meetup in New York, I'm walking down the street. I noticed that they put all of their trash on the street. This is interesting. Oh, okay. Y'all put y'all trash out on the street and y'all just let it be out there. You see, next thing you know, you see rats and mice coming out, start stepping over shit. Like, nigga, what you doing? You know what? I don't need to. Man, I was watching a video of Madonna's big old penthouse in New York, and then I seen a little rat run in the background, and they said, oh, that's normal. Get me back to Detroit. I'm good. I'm good. Miami roaches, New York rats. You know what I'm saying? Being out in Los Angeles. Oh, man, watch where you step. What do you mean, watch where I step? You can't go to downtown in Los Angeles. That's where all of the homeless is. What do you mean that's where all of the homeless is? Downtowns is supposed to be the clean part, and then the homeless is supposed to be segmented off into the ghetto. No, the homeless took over downtown, and it's doo-doo everywhere on the street. So make sure every time you see some dirt, that's not dirt, that's doo-doo. Nigga, what you mean that's doo-doo? Doo-doo? All over the street in Los Angeles? Yeah, and that's Skid World right there. I said, get me back to Detroit, bro. Get me back to Detroit. I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want none of it. Nice place to visit. I want to go home. 3-4 days in any location. I want to go home. I just want to go home. Fran says, what does Detroit have? Fun for me. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm saying that I want to go home. I'm not inviting anybody. I said, I want to go home. I love my bed. I love my penthouse. I love my suburban house. I love all of my cars. Everything is structured just the way that I like to structure it. I like going to my games, the Pistons game. And then the next day I go to the Red Wings game. And then I walk across the street to the Lions game. And then we walk across another street, go to the Tigers for the summer. Got something to do all year. I'm good. I'm extra. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You extra. I'm good. I'm straight just where I am. I love my city. I ain't moving either. I don't care where DDG moved to. I don't care where Big Sean live at. They all want to be out there on the West Coast. I'm staying right here in the city. Anyways, make sure I'm sorry I went on a little rant, but I just had to say I seen that roach. I said I can't do it. I can't do it. Shout out to Cleveland. I love Cleveland too. That's our sister city. Not Chicago, Cleveland. Shout out to my people over there in Cleveland. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Now that we got everybody here? Got to get at least over 2,000 people in here before we start the show. That's the standard. That is the standard. All right? No. I want to give a shout out to my guy, Mike That Dude. Shout out to Mike That Dude. I appreciate you, big dog. Ever since I did an update on the software, my stuff ain't working the way that it's supposed to. Shout out to Mike That Dude. I also want to acknowledge some super chats before I get it popping. Shout out to my dog, Chris Cunningham. I appreciate you, big dog. Chris Cunningham says, finally get to catch a morning show. Lunch on your boy. Salute. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 50 ball. For the people that don't know, I acknowledge every single super chat. I don't care what the amount is. Mr. Lot says, at least drop the zip code. It's a lot. If I say that, I'm going to absolutely destroy it. Come on, man. You know how it is. You say something online, text me, and I'll send it to you. Text me, and I'll send it to you, bro. Abe the Hunter says, female family members can't even bring their purses in my house. I don't know if you got roaches. Facts. Man, I don't know. Joseph says, no particular reason for the super chat outside of appreciation for all of your content. Looking forward to the Patreon stream tonight. Shout out to you, Joseph. I appreciate you, big dog. 392Q says, as someone who works for a cable company and been on roach interested homes and businesses, I feel you. Roaches in the TV that they want the cable hooked up in, cable box stuck to the table by dead bugs. See, that's why I couldn't do certain jobs. Cable men, maintenance workers, all of that. Y'all got to put them little footies on, and y'all got to be going into places. The Unbeaten says, does Trump not know anything? We didn't even talk about politics yet. You already on politics? You want me to talk about politics immediately? Know anything about that region? We don't know nothing about, we don't know nothing. We don't run nothing in the Mideast. Their culture is war and conflict. There will never be peace there. Like, you lived there before? I'm assuming that you know. Life of Tariq says, who do you think going to win the election in New York? Today is election day. I have no idea. Hopefully y'all don't get another liberal in there. I actually like, I don't like none of them people. Mr. Lot says, in Detroit, we love the cats. We love cat. Lion, tigers, hellcats, and box. We love cats over here. Shout out to my dog, Mr. Lot. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Thank you to everybody that hold us down. All right, y'all ready to get started with the show? start starting the show a little bit differently. I'm gonna start starting the show a little bit differently. Today, I'm gonna test some stuff out. I'm gonna go with the same thing that I kind of went with yesterday, and that I want to start with the culture, right? I want to start talking about how people feel. I want to get a sentiment of what people are thinking and how they feel throughout the day. I asked y'all how y'all felt. What up to my girl Mika? I asked y'all how y'all felt when we started the show today. And this seems to be the general sentiment of most people today. I don't have my thing is why is this not working? I don't like that. This tends to be the general sentiment of people today. Check it out.
It is 8:09 a.m. June 23rd, 2025. And I am currently at a job that I don't like. It is not my passion. For years, I have done things, work jobs, things that make me so uncomfortable just to be able to pay bills and provide for my kids. I can no longer do that no more. It does not fulfill me. I'm such a creative person. I'm an artist. I rap. I sing. I can style. I can do hair. I'm such a creative person. And this 9 to 5, it does not show the creative person that I am. I am making a vow right now, today. I cannot live like this. I hate it. I'm going to start putting me first. I'm not going to deal with this no more. I'm walking out on faith. I'm stepping out on faith. Excuse me. I'm giving it all to God, and I'm asking Him, please remove me from this. You know all my talents, and I'm willing to work to get there, Lord Jesus. This I just cannot know. I can no longer do this no more. It's breaking my spirit. It's dulling my shine. And I refuse to do it.
So that is the sentiment that I'm hearing from a lot of people today, is that they are tired, they are fed up, they don't want to work anymore. They rap, they can dance, they can do their pants, they can sing. Um, they over it. They do what they got to do in order to feed their kids, but they over it. There's a couple different things that I take from this video. All right. The first thing that I take from this video is I don't believe when most women say that they want to be independent. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Last night on the Q show that I was hosting, because Q was off last night. Last night on the Q show, I asked the ladies a question. Jerry was in there. I seen you, Jerry. And I asked the ladies a question and I said, would you rather have a regular, degular, no more potential, reached his potential, just a normal guy? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not criticizing that, but I'm just telling you what I asked. Or an exceptional guy. However you want to define that. And the one lady, Deja, she tried to finesse it and make it more than what it is. And she said that she would rather just have the regular guy. And I think that works for most people. But what I do not believe is that most people want to be independent, because I see too much crying, too much whining, too much complaining. And people are bothered and upset that they have to do what they have to do in order to feed their children, that I'm assuming that they're single mothers as a result of it, right? Because you made the bed that you in, so you got to sleep in it now. That's the first thing. The second thing that I want to speak on is, why is it so difficult for y'all to do y'all jobs, go home, and then work on whatever it is that you want to work on afterwards? I'm not going to kill her dreams. I don't necessarily like the headscarf on the video, but it is what it is. It's her video. She can do whatever that she want to do. And I'm not here to kill anybody's dreams at all. I think that everybody has the potential to do something significant and impactful in life. Whatever that is, I don't know. But what I am also wondering is, why don't you guys? Because I don't believe that the jobs is bad. I believe it's the culture around the jobs that y'all can't handle. First of all, why is it so difficult for people to do their jobs and just go home? A job is not meant for you to fulfill a purpose. If you wind up doing something awesome that you also make money in, regardless of whether it's a business, content, a job, whatever your dream position or profession is, that's awesome. But I've never in my life, until I got to the point of doing the thing that I really believed was awesome and it just made me excited to wake up every single day, a job was nothing more than an opportunity for me to make money so that I can pay my bills, which made me much more intentional on working on what I wanted to work on after I got off of work, because it's the thing that I was going to do regardless. If you're looking for the thing that you think that you'd be great at, let me give you some advice, okay? There are things that you do every single day for free. There are things, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. There are things that you do while you on the job, when you get off the job. I don't know what it is. It could be something video game related. It could be something sports related. It could be something social. It could be something that you just have a hobby at, Legos. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't even make a difference what it is. But there are things that you do every single day for free. And you go hard at it like you actually getting paid for it, but you don't. You go hard at it like you getting paid for it, but you don't. Some of y'all love cars. You love cars. You know, one of the people that I actually used to watch on a regular basis and occasionally I still tap in with him, it's this guy named the Strat Man. The Strat Man got his start. Now he has like 4 or 5 million subscribers or whatever. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to be a content creator, but I'm just giving you an example because I am a content creator. And he got his start because he had a dream of one day buying a Lamborghini. He was driving like a used Audi something or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so he had just had an obsession of cars. And so he would just leave, take his camera, go out and just film exotic cars in certain locations. And he would just talk about it on camera. And it just blew up. It blew up because people seen his passion in it. And he just started documenting the journey and he just never stopped. He just went hard every single day. And then eventually he got his money up to where he bought like a used Lamborghini. He still got that car to this day, but now he's on the bigger and better things. It's this other guy named the Trooper 97. Not as big of a YouTuber. I think he got like 40 something thousand views and subscribers, but he was one of the OG poker players that moved out to Las Vegas. And I remember his early story, and he was sitting in his room and he had just got off of his job working at like Papa Do's or something like that. He was a server and he was over in like South Carolina or North Carolina or Florida or something like that. And he was like, man, you know, I really believe I can go out to Vegas and become a poker player. And this is way back in the day, right? And so he would just document it and he just put his life out there and he was just talking about, he had his whiteboard and he was talking about it. And so he was documenting the journey. So he just moved out there with like $2,000. He moved into some little rinky-dink apartment where it was a lot of scallywags outside in Vegas. And he was just going to make it. And then eventually he started going broke. And then he went and got a job as a dealer. And then he quit his job again. And then he found a girlfriend and all of this stuff. And I was just intrigued. I was like, man, this is the type of content that I want to see. And then eventually he kind of fell off or whatever. And so he just kind of got, you know, complacent and he stopped uploading and now he's trying to get his channel back and all of that other stuff. But I was a fan. I was a fan so much that when I went to Vegas one time, I went to one of his little meetup games and I actually played poker with him because I liked his content. And even though I'm a bigger content creator and stuff like that, I went and checked it out and I bought a hat, whatever, because I was excited about it. And so what am I saying, right? There's people that are just inspired. There are people, and I'm not just talking about from a content perspective. There are things that you do every single day that you would do if you was not getting paid for it. And you most of the time are not getting paid for it. How did I become a software engineer? Because I needed to do something in order to build my businesses and I needed to get over a barrier, right? I had these great ideas and I was trying to figure out what was the great equalizer. Well, the great equalizer was the internet. And I could do it better than them if I didn't leverage my skill set. So I figured out how to build stuff online. And then that's what led me down that path to ultimately get into corporate so that I can make a bigger bag and continue to invest in my businesses. Like, what are you doing that you love to do, that you would do for free, and it doesn't even matter if you get paid? The only thing you have to do is be consistent, put some structure around it, and then figure out how you can get it out to the people or how you can make money from it. What would you do? Even if it takes a while for you to get it under yourself, what would you do? What would you do? Every day, y'all go to work, you complain about your job, and then you go home. Trooper Thursdays. You know what it is, Guns Up Moot Music. Trooper Thursdays. I went to Trooper Thursdays, 100%. What would you do? I am. I am talking about Trooper. I loved the Trooper's vlogs. Now I see you trying to get it back, and I've been tuning into his stuff or whatever. What would you do if you could do whatever it is that you wanted to do, but you can then get paid from it? And whatever it is, you put the structure around it, you then figure out how you can be consistent, and then you go with everything you got. Everything that you have to put it in there after you get off of work. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you that you need to, go out and be broke and come up with some great idea and just wake up tomorrow and just be like, you know what, I quit. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to go to work and then put everything that you have into your businesses after you get home. Go to work, put everything you have into what you love to do, whatever that is, until you go home. You love being a food critic, then why you not out there being a food critic? What are y'all waiting on? What are y'all waiting on? Honest to God, what are y'all waiting on to do whatever it is that you know that you're supposed to do? To start your business. And you don't have to have a lot of money. You just got to do it. Just whatever it is, just do it. Oh man, I want to be a food critic. Don't you got one of these? What you waiting on? What you think that you got to go get a big Sony or a Nikon or something like that? What you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Whatever it is that you're supposed to do, why are you so slow to do it? Who are you waiting to actually say, hey man, I like what you do, and then for you to actually start doing it? Nina says some people don't know what they like or what they're good at. You already doing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, you already doing it. I agree. AC reviews the world. Most people are just lazy. Most people are just lazy. Most people are lazy. Honest to God. What you like, rap music? Okay, well then start doing review videos of rap or whatever album come out. Go to the and don't just do review. Don't do the thing that everybody else is doing. Make yourself unique. Live it. You gotta live it. Become it. Live it and become it. You have to go to the underground shows and do a review of underground concerts. And it don't cost but 10, 15, $20 for you to get in. Go do some reviews of the concerts that you go to. You don't have to start at the Beyonce concert or something like that. Go to that. If you are a music critic, expand your horizons and go to all concerts. Go to the country and the blues and the bluegrass and the alternative concerts and go to the this and that and then do reviews on that. Like just come up with something and do it. Just do it. And document it and talk about it and create around it and everything around it. And then you may not even stay in that space. It's going to evolve into being something completely different. I never could have imagined that I would be doing this, having this conversation with you right now, based off of where I started. Y'all seen me do a review video of where I started. What was that, on Friday? I got a whole infrastructure around it based off of an idea that I just believed so fervently. I believed it. Gap tooth, hardly no beard, liberal time was like, you know what? I'm going to change your life. And I'm going to document the journey on the way to do it. I just believed in everything that was in me. And so as soon as I got done doing my work, I just had a corporate job. I just retired again fully at the end of last year. Everything was structured around that job. Or structured around what it is that I had to do. I believe so heavily in what I'm going to do that I don't care if it take me 10 years. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I got to see it and I got to see it through. Eric D, there's no reason why you should not be having your liberal mindset communicating and talking about different things that's happening. There's no reason. I just had a new idea the other day. When I picked up the Navigator and I dropped the video last night on the Darth Anton channel about the car, you know what I said? You know what? I might have to go more into cars. I love car and the people. As soon as I dropped that video, number one. As soon as I dropped the video, number one. Okay, well, it looks like we might have to start going into car content. I don't know. I have so many ideas. I have so many things that I got to get out. And so I'm just going. I'm just running. I'm running. I was talking to somebody this morning and I said, you know what? I said, I'm never stopping. He said, why you not stopping? I said, because why would I stop and I got the baton? This is the thing that people dream of. Do you know how many people dream of doing some of the things that I'm doing and I haven't worked my whole life to get here? Why would I stop now? Everything got to move out the way. Everybody getting the fuck out of the way. My daughter, sit on to the side. You big now. You driving, you big now. What? Sit on to the side, wifey. You big, you good. Stand to the side. It's my time now. It's my time. It's over. I've been telling y'all on this show. Listen, y'all at the very beginning. You at the tip of the iceberg. We gonna do this. I promise you, it's gonna blow up. Now we running at what? Just on the Anton Daniels channel, we running at 70,000 subscribers every 26 to 28 days. It's your time. It's your time. And it's nothing that anybody could stop you. And let me just give you this last bit of information and we're going to go into the regular show. You're going to have 1,000 different people. It's going to be people that is going to criticize you. They're going to tell you that your ideas are stupid. They're going to be in your way. You're going to create content and you're going to have people that react to you and they're going to say that you trash and you negative. It's going to be people that make up rumors and they're going to say that, oh, you this and you that. That is the devil working overtime because he knows that the only thing that he has in order to stop you is you. And so if he can plant a seed of doubt, because he can't actually stop you. Here's a secret for all of my believers. The devil has no permission over you. He can't touch you. That's why I walk so matter of fact every day in my work and what it is that I do. If you read the story of Job, Job wasn't afflicted because he was just so bad or the devil had access to him. It's because God allowed him to touch him because he already knew that his blessing was on the other side. And that's why he was much better and more prosperous after he had went through his test. But the devil had to walk to and from throughout the earth to get permission from God and said, listen, let me touch his skin though. Let me touch his skin. Let me touch the people that surround them. The ones that are chosen, they got to get permission from God. If you go through something, know that God is going to bring you out through the other side. It is a purpose for it. But you're going to have to pass the test. Everything is a test. You take the test so that it prepares you to get through it so you can actually get to the part that's really, really successful and you don't fumble the bag as a result of it. You can't be touched unless the devil is allowed to come into your life. There's things that's going to be thrown in front of you. You don't have to sit there and accept that shit. You don't have to continue to be a part of people that ain't going in the direction that you're going in. Let them stop your blessing if you want to. It's all on you. It's all on you. All right? So go get that money, go get that bag, and let's get to this. Let's get to this success. Don't let your life be the culmination of just being a regular ass motherfucker. We not regular. That's for other people. We're abnormal. We're exceptional. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Chris Cunningham says NY has a big liberal socialist that is running. He probably gonna win too. You know how the people in New York are. Abundance Mindset Mindset says bag chasers. What up? Can't wait for the 28th. See you there. Doodle on the ground is crazy. Chris Cunningham says, in the words of Jim Rohn, don't wish it was easier, wish it was better. Rush King says, as much tiring work is sometimes, if I'm not working or being productive, I feel bored, like I haven't done anything. Do people just want to exist? Unbeaten says, yes, I lived in Qatar for 2 years, always conflict. Yannick says, I work in the U.S. on an H-2B visa with 5 figures saved in 1 year. Talk about it. Get that money, bro. And I eat for free. It's a mindset. These people are programmed with bad habits. Stay down for a little while. Anyways, tapped into the Patreon. Shout out to Yannick. Get that money. Bread says, I'm in Detroit right now. Been here for 2 days. Shout out to you, Bread. Welcome to the city. 876 Vlog says race motorcycles and drive semis. Why aren't you capturing stuff around that? Y'all wasting time. Andre Ware says, I wanna be the first nationally recognized professional pool player. One of the greatest. Well, you should be. You absolutely should be. It's people that document their chess journey and they make a lot of money as a result of that. Just a Brown Girl says, when content creating can consistency be one show a week or must it be every day? It just needs to be consistent, and then you need to ramp up based off of your availability. So if you can only do 1 week, never miss a week, but work on ramping up to 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And then just grow. Keep growing. Never stop dropping though. And this would be if you have other important responsibilities. We all got other important responsibilities. That's how I became a night person, is because I work at night because I got responsibilities in the daytime. My Cholo electric lowrider business. Okay, so what are you waiting for, Issa? What are y'all waiting for? 392Q says, how you like the new nav? The thing is a beast. I love it, but I haven't had it for over 2 weeks because it's in the shop getting customized right now. Corey P says, AD, do you believe that your purpose is what comes to you easily, but it's hard for others? No, I think your purpose is revealed to you through your work. I don't think your purpose stays the same. I think your purpose evolves as you go through life. You know what I'm saying? So what I was meant to do and what was purposeful for me when I was 20 is completely different than when I was 25 and then when I was 30 and at 40. And I believe at 50, I'm going to be doing something completely different. I don't think it has anything to do with the work. Brendan Dominic, because some of the things that I was the most successful at, I had to work the hardest at. Cognitive inertia deters folks from exercising willpower. Many people are drones, unconscious of their ability to do. Structure mitigates chaos. Courtney Egger says, locked in, AD, I'm running my race. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you too, Courtney. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to continue on with the show? Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. All right, so before we get into this whole Trump thing, I thought that this was pretty interesting. Did I do that wrong? Let me do that over. This is for my fellas right here, all right? This is strictly for y'all. Y'all see that right there? What do you see when you look at this? When you look at this video, shout out to my girl Molly with the super sticker. I appreciate you. I'm going to show that in a minute. When you look at this video, what do y'all see? She want a baddie, want a fatty, and what's that? She was a fairy. Yeah. she was a fairy. Yep, she was a fairy. When I'm fatty, when I'm fatty, when I'm daddy, love daddy. Is that what y'all see right there? Is that what y'all see right there? Yeah. Y'all said a thought demon?
We're learning more about what led to a deadly shooting spree over the weekend in the IE. 2 people were shot and killed outside a shopping center, followed by an off-duty deputy taking out the suspected gunman.
And Eyewitness News reporter Leticia Juarez is live in Fontana with new details on this story. Leticia.
Well, I'll tell you this, David and Giovanna, we've learned from police that at the time of that shooting, there was plenty of law enforcement in the area, most of them off duty, enjoying the night with their families. But unfortunately, they were unable to do anything about the shooting that took place just outside the sushi restaurant, telling us that it was a domestic violence situation where a woman in the process of getting a divorce was tracked down by her estranged husband, who then shot her and her date here in this parking lot.
We gain all this weight during our pregnancy because we're not taught to how to properly eat.
Social media in
y'all on TikTok and Instagram throwing y'all husband, ex-husband, the person that you getting a divorce from, your boyfriend. Y'all keep on talking about the people that y'all dating. And I think that that's going to start coming to an end. Y'all keep doing story times. Story time. My ex-husband or soon to be ex-husband, don't want to say his name, but it rhymes with Juan at the front, same J, O-H-N, same last name as mine, works at Harley Davidson in the same city that I'm in. And guess what? He's a narcissist. And y'all keep talking about y'all business and telling everything about your divorce online. And guess what? All of these people in the comments, they not going to help you. All of these people in the comments, they not going to help you. Nope. You know what? I'm getting a divorce because it no longer serves me. And I'm deciding I'm better off by myself because there's men that want me and I can go get a man right now if I want to. Go ahead. Tell all of your business online. Talk about it. Go ahead and talk about it. Tell it. Rhymes with stay, but with a G. That's what my ex-husband is to me. That's what y'all keep on doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because I'm a baddie. What a fatty is I'm a fairy. Keep on going. I don't know why y'all share all of y'all information. I keep telling guys that is the number one red flag. Stay away from women that keep on doing story times about everybody that they date, but y'all just keep on being in their DMs. What's up, beautiful? I know you said that it ain't no good men out here, but I've been waiting for you my whole life. Grand Rising, Queen. Grand Rising. I'm about to play this story. I got a homeboy, right? Going through it. I think I told y'all this before. Going through it. It's a chick that he talked to, and she was a content creator that was talking all of her business online. And he wound up getting with her, and he married her. And now she's talking big stuff about him online. Big stuff about him online. Throwing all of the business, putting secret recordings online and all of that. And she keep talking about how he ain't this and he ain't that. So I talked to him and I said, man, what's going on, bro? Yo, people sent me this from the timeline. He said, man, that woman is a demon, bro. So he told me the truth. But guess what? She's talking about the man that she's getting divorced from, which just so happens to be a guy that I know. And all throughout the comments, because now she getting back. She want to put her ass back online and stuff like that and do all of the TikTok challenges, dances and stuff like that. And if you look in her comments, Queen, he should have never left you. I would never leave you. Oh, baby girl, I can't even believe it. Check your DMs. Hey, check your messages. Hey, Grand Rising, Queen. Check your envelope messages. Got the icon with the envelope message up. Nigga, what makes you think that you any better than the nigga that you left? Why do y'all think that y'all are the secret sauce? He wasn't which he was a zero, but I'm a hero. Why do you think that you're gonna do it any differently than the person? First of all, most women don't even pay no attention to what y'all talking about. They just like the attention. Secondly, y'all out here it's just so sickening. What's up, Queen Grand Rising? Sickening. I can treat you better. Keep on sending women. What is up with this? Women be telling me that the new play is for guys to have a song on their playlist and screenshot it and send it to the girl or send her the song and say, yo, this is what I'm feeling about you right now. I thought that that's what women did to men, or what women, or, what kids did in high school. Take the song on your Spotify or your Apple Music playlist, take a screenshot, send it to her. It's going to be our song, baby girl. I said, y'all pulling out all of the stops, huh? Y'all pulling out all of the stops. Screenshotting, Jagged Edge, let's get married. I'm telling you, that's what they do. I did not know. I said, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what y'all doing. Yes, that's what they do. I promise you on everything, that's what they doing. Man, stay out of that girl's DMs. Stay out of her DMs. Anton, you dirty macking. Why you keep telling us to stay out the DMs? Nigga, because she showed me. She showed me everything that you do. She showed me everything that you do. Everything that you send. Y'all be in Rita's DMs. I see them. I see every last one of them. She showed me, look at this nigga right here. Every time I say something online that y'all think that I'm saying that's out of pocket, out of bounds, ain't you married? Then you want to get on the phone and try to start. I said, just, you know what to do. She said, yeah, I'm going to block them. Okay, yeah, I'm going to block them. I just wanted to show you what these niggas is doing. Look at these silly niggas. What makes them think that I would ever leave you? We be laughing at you. Trying to debate whether or not I want to expose you. Yes, she be showing me. Look at this queen. Start at timestamp 4129. Look at what Anton said. I be sitting there reading it with her. She be like, man, look at this simp ass nigga. Nigga, the game is to be sold, not told. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're going to get yourself embarrassed. Now I got the screenshots, right? Because I'm not going to use the screenshots to, like, say it out loud. I'll wait until, like, after, like, just in case you blow up, I'll keep it in my back pocket, and then I'll go back and revisit it if you ever blow up. Like, you don't want to do it to people just because they did it. You got to wait until it's somebody significant, and then that's when you go ahead and say, all right. You got to keep those weapons in your back pocket. Silly. So silly. You silly Billy Gumdrop. You're so silly. Sometimes I say, don't block him. Wait, let's see what he's going to say again. And women got the ability to be able to see what you wrote without showing you that they read it, right?
Influencer and fitness coach Gloria Zamora inspired busy women to get and stay fit. But behind the strength she exhibited on camera, her personal life was taking a hit. Zamora spoke out about her pending divorce to her thousands of followers just last week on the Horizon podcast.
Instead of you being supportive, you're over here trying to just bring me down.
On Saturday night, the 40-year-old alongside 43-year-old Hector Garduno was shot and killed outside a Fontana sushi restaurant.
There was a male and a female that were estranged. They're going through a divorce that led to this.
Investigators say Zamora's estranged husband, Thomas Alberto Tamayo Lizarraga, gunned down the two in the parking lot.
We don't know how he knew where she was at, but apparently she had been at the restaurant for approximately an hour prior to the shooting.
The shooting caught the attention of several off-duty law enforcement officers in the area who responded to the sound of gunfire, including an off-duty San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy.
Apparently he was driving on the street outside of the shopping center and heard the gunshots and saw what had happened, made a U-turn at the light and got out of his vehicle to confront the suspect.
Lizarraga was shot and killed during the confrontation. In a GoFundMe page set up for Zamora, her daughter stated that her mother was murdered by her stepdad. Both victims leave behind children. Zamora.
Every single thing that could go wrong went wrong because y'all ignored all of Anton from Anton Daniels' red flags. Stepdad. Let me play it for you one again. Look, a step crash dummy. Step crash dummy was so caught up with this woman, and the dude that she was out with, he the innocent one. He the one that caught the stray. He the one that just so happened to be hanging out with her while she was talking stuff online. That's you. You the one that's going to be hitting her in the DMs. He the innocent one. Step crash dummy goes out there and murders his ex-wife who he's going to do a divorce with because he just can't stand it anymore.
Murdered by her stepdad. Both victims leave behind children. Zamora, a mother of 7, is described as a woman who uplifted others.
A mother of 7. You thought you was special. The new guy thought he was special. Y'all not listening to all of the every single red flag that you can cross, they crossed it. Every single red flag that you can cross, they crossed it.
Zamora, a mother of 7, is
a mother 7, nigga. 7. Not 1, not 2, not 3, like LeBron said, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7. And 8 was probably about to be on the way if he could have got her back to the apartment and to the hotel room. 7. And you came in like, I can treat you better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, let me take you on a date. I accept all of you and your kids. 7.
described as a woman who uplifted others, while Garduno is remembered as a hardworking and devoted father of 4 girls. Now, we spoke to police about the ongoing investigation. They are gathering information. As for the off-duty deputy, they are not releasing his identity at this time. We can also tell you that according to the National Domestic Hotline, women in the process of leaving or separating from their intimate partner are most at risk for domestic violence.
So, again, y'all sent me to this and y'all sent this to me in my email. And I thought that I'd share this story with y'all because you never know. You never, ever, 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 ever know. That person that you send in the DM to on the other side of that phone, on that app, she could have a jealous husband and 7 children by multiple different baby daddies that you're not aware of, and then you can get yourself offed because she's been reporting and telling story times on the internet about how she's going through a divorce while doing interviews. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This is very sad. This is very, 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 very sad. Wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Let me read some of these super chats. Crazy. Shout out to let me give my girl Molly a round of applause. Let me give my girl Molly a round of applause. One of the sweetest women that I've ever experienced in my entire life. So sweet. So sweet. And y'all so mad that y'all can't find her on social media. Nigga sent me a message the other day. Hey, what's Molly's social media? What do you mean? You want me to give it to you so that then she could be looking at me like, Anton, why you give him my social media? Just send me an email. Yo, Ton, can you send me Molly's information? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Send you Molly's information. Send you what? If you got a number or social media, it's something that I can reach her at. I said, check it out. Here's the kicker, yo. Here's the kicker. They say, I said, well, why would I do that? Well, she said online the other day that we got to go through you to get to her. I said, man, if you don't get on out of here, bro. If you don't get on out of here. She said on social media the other day that if I wanted to get in touch with her to contact you. Is this about some money? No, I just think that she's beautiful. Oh, okay. Delete. Delete. Delete, 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 delete. Delete. If it's not about no money, y'all know how Molly is. Y'all know who she is. You know Molly don't want to talk unless they got a dollar sign that's attached to it. So if you don't have a business opportunity, then it's nothing for us to talk about, okay? All right. I'm just letting you know. If you're looking to get in touch with Molly, all right, holla at me. Get at me. Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. Make sure that you got your money up. Make sure that you got your payment ready, because I am accepting payments in order to make sure that we get in contact. If it don't come with no dollar signs, then it's nothing for us to talk about. So I take them. You know what my Cash App is. You got my Venmo, you got my Cash App, you got my PayPal, and you know what the Super Chat is. All right. All right. All right. Let's continue. Andre Ware says these super chat typing is crazy. It was supposed to say the first black professional pool player. I know what you meant. One of the best ever, like Tiger and Serena. I know exactly what you meant. I think you should go for it, bro. Double Jeopardy says AD with the ceasefire in place. Can we now put my man Trump on the Mount Rushmore site? P.S. Can we bring back cream of wheat, man, back on the box? I used to love cream of wheat. I used to love cream of wheat and cocoa wheats. Cocoa wheats can't be beat. It's the creamy hot cereal with the cocoa treat. To be big and strong, have lots of fun. Eat cocoa wheats, everyone. Y'all know nothing about that? All right, my bad. James says, if you are a SWE, learn how to create NN and how to implement attention models. I was able to negotiate a raise from 156 to 210. Talk about it, big dog. Just been spending the last 2 years learning NN and ML. All right, shout out to you, bro. 392Q says they be snitching on you, AD, to your wife. Lames. Facts. I agree. Curtis Taylor says, do you mind by Janet Jackson get the Aunties Moist Anton? I ain't never missed on that playlist. Well, do your thing then. Do your thing then, big dog. That thing wet. Is that what you meant to say? Wet, Christopher Mayberry? I don't know. Y'all crazy. Are y'all tuning in to After Hours tonight? Make sure y'all tune in to After Hours tonight. Yes, I did sing the Cocoa Wheats jingle. Yes, I did. That was only in Detroit, the Cocoa Wheats. Was that only in Detroit? That couldn't have just been in Detroit. Cocoa Wheats, Malto Meal, all of that stuff. I used to love Cocoa Wheats. Hey, Ma, can you make me some Cocoa Wheats? That was our thing. That was me and my mom thing. Hey, Ma, can you make me some oatmeal or can you make me some Cocoa Wheats with the turkey bacon? Yes, Anton, I'll make you some Cocoa Wheats. Yes, Anton, I'll make you some Cocoa Wheats. All right, Ma, appreciate you. Now she be making me return the favor. Hey, Anton, can I get $1,000 real quick from you? $1,000? You want $1,000? I used to ask you for Cocoa Wheats. Now you asking me for $1,000. Anyways, see, y'all had them. Y'all had that junk. After you eat Cocoa Wheats, that junk make you sleepy. All right, y'all, let's move over into the next thing. We got to get to this Trump ceasefire, right? So, long story short, I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes. Long story short, Trump announced a ceasefire yesterday between Israel and Iran. Said that it was set to take place within 6 and then 12 hours, and then to be followed by an unprecedented time in peace, right? Some people on the show yesterday was sending me messages and they were saying stuff like, Anton, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I said, what do you think? What do you mean I'm wrong? What am I wrong about? Iran has not accepted the ceasefire. And I said, they absolutely have. And so a lot of people wanted Trump to be so wrong and they wanted him to be off about the whole thing. And so they were just adamant. They were adamant about the fact that, no, we don't like it. No, there's a ceasefire. There's not a ceasefire, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But officially it was going into place. But as usual, Netanyahu, bad actors, overly zealous and overly aggressive, and Trump is pissed about it. So as of today, as Trump was boarding Air Force One, he had some words and he was pissed off and he let a couple F-bombs fly. This is what he had to say. If somebody start walking out like that, you know they tired and you know they pissed off. You know they're tired and they're pissed off. Grabbed his shirt right off the rack. Didn't even put on the tie. Don't have his usual red hat that he usually wears as he's going and board on Air Force. Trump always got on the hat. He always got on his Make America Great Again hat, and he always has on a tie. If they walk out like this, the first and the last whooping that I've ever gotten in my life came when my father walked out like this. When my dad walked out like this, I got one whooping by my dad in my entire life. Never do it again. Dad taught me everything I needed to know about life. I see my life flash before my eyes when he walked out like that. We had a pool table in the basement. We had a pool table in the basement in Green Lawn, and it wasn't a good day that day. That was a very, very, very sobering day for me, and just changed the trajectory of my whole summer. My whole summer was different after that. I remember the year. I remember the day. He walked in like that. I thought I was cool because I was getting older. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a good day. When my dad walked in like this, yeah, it didn't go well.
Mr. President, the Middle East just woke up to a new dawn because of the ceasefire. Mr. President, Israel said ceasefire breaking is impact.
I don't think so, but I'm not happy that Israel's going out now. There was one rocket that I guess was fired overboard. It was after the time limit, and it missed its target. And now Israel's going out. These guys got to calm down. Ridiculous.
How will you respond if the ceasefire is fired?
I didn't like plenty of things I saw yesterday. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. They didn't have to unload. And I didn't like the fact that the retaliation was very strong. But in all fairness, Israel unloaded a lot. And now I hear Israel just went out because they felt it was violated by one rocket that didn't land anywhere. That's not what we want, I'll tell you. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that, Israel, either. All I do is play both sides. I'm going now, as you know, to NATO. Some of you are going with me, and I think it's going to be successful. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Are you going to see the agreement? It's a new dawn in the Middle East, thanks to the agreement you managed to achieve. What are your future plans for the region, for Saudi Arabia, Israel, Gaza, the hostages?
Look, you're asking me about women in the Middle East. It's getting a lot better. Things are happening at a high level. As you know, Saudi Arabia's done a really good job. It's coming out far faster than I thought. So we're very happy about what's happening with women in the Middle East.
No, I'm talking about a new dawn in the Middle East that you managed to achieve last night.
Yeah.
The region is going to a new place with this agreement. Can you tell us what's your future plans for Gaza, for the hostages?
Yeah. It's a new dawn. I appreciate the question. You're very nice. Who are you?
Thank you. I'm Neria Kraus from Israeli Channel 13 News.
Well, we have to have Israel calm down because they went on a mission this morning. I got to get Israel to calm down now.
Do you get to speak with Prime Minister? Did you talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night?
I speak to everybody.
You urge both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Have you spoken to him this morning? How confident are you that
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all.
Oh my God. Jesus. Yo, Trump don't mess around. Trump is, he just say exactly what's on his mind. I think he wants to destroy MSNBC and CNN. He hates those news outlets. I think he hates CNN more than he hates MSNBC. He called them scum. He says CNN is scum. And so is MSDNC. He said, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he is. He crashing out. He is crashing out, but I like to see it.
And frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
That is true, and that's the problem. And he said, they're not after the pilots, they after me. And that's why he hates CNN and MSNBC so much. He said that that's the whole thing of the Democrat Party. That's the whole thing of liberals in general. I said it last night. I said it yesterday. I said it the day before, and I don't understand it. I've said it. I said, I don't understand why liberals hate Trump so much that they're willing to throw other people under the bus in order to try to disparage his name. Not only that, I was looking at the live coverage when CNN got the word that Iran had accepted the ceasefire, blew their mind. They didn't give them no credit. They just pivoted. They just went over into something different. They tried to act like it wasn't, because it was at the moment that they were talking junk about him, and then Anderson Cooper jumped in and was like, I'm just getting word right now that Iran accepted the ceasefire and Trump has gotten a ceasefire between both nations. It was almost like they were disgusted. They were disgusted at the fact that we were no longer, or we were at some point going to see peace in the Middle East, and we were going to see peace between nations that have been warring, or at least some form of peace and working towards it, that have been warring for a long time. They were aggravated and angry at the fact that Trump had secured a deal between the two at the same time of eliminating the nuclear sites. He is absolutely right. And that's why when you see these lawsuits that he don't settle, he don't allow for them to settle. He go for the gusto. He absolutely want to destroy these places.
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Hey, imagine being an anchor at one of these networks and you're not like a big deal yet, but you're on the way and you're on the come up and you're making some waves and you're starting to grow and stuff like that. And then you see Trump call your name out and say that you're a weak, pathetic loser while on the way to go and take care of some business. He don't even try to mince words. He name names. He say exactly what he don't like about you. I love this guy. I 100% love this guy. He don't even blink. He just start naming names. He got receipts. He got things in his back pocket. He is one. he ain't missing, not even a little bit. He does not care. He absolutely doesn't care, and he going for the gusto.
That Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what they're doing. Do you understand that? You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, he mad. He mad. He is mad right there. He is mad. That's the time that you just kind of leave dad alone. You just be like, you know what, we just gonna go ahead and leave out for a second. We gonna take a couple days and go on vacation and stuff. Just yo. I think he's doing a hell of a job. I think that Trump, and I said it yesterday, people don't like what it is that I said. They are absolutely angry at it and all of this stuff. But the fact of the matter is, I think that Trump is doing the greatest job in our lifetime. I believe that he is going to go down as one of the greatest in history, one of the greatest presidents of all time, without a doubt. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of these super chats, and then we're going to move on with the show. I want to get some coverage of a couple of other places because Trump also did a victory lap on Air Force One, so we're going to go to that in a minute. But let me get some of these other super chats, and then we're going to go and visit this again. Peps says, asking where Fontana is, so we in SoCal call it Fontucky. It's almost in the middle of nowhere. I just ate ice cream. I just ate cream of wheat just yesterday. Shout out to cream of wheat. Whoa out. Oh, whoa out. That's what you meant to say. Shout out to Christopher Mayberry. I appreciate you. Chris Cunningham says, play the CNN video. He clowned him. I just did. I literally just did. Chance Talks Business says that was a can of whoop-a Trump walking out. Silver Lion says, Anton, because peace isn't salacious news to CNN. I wonder if I could find the actual video that he was talking about. Let me see if I can find some of that. I don't know what did he say his name was? Something Roberts? Ryan Roberts or something like that. What's the name of the guy that he just said? His name from CNN. Y'all know what his name is? Y'all remember what he said his name was? Dark Echo. Wake up, big dog. We winning. Dark Echo, wake up. We winning. Matter of fact, I'm going to move over to a different video because I think that this is a more interesting video right here. Let me move over to this real quick. Brian Roberts. Okay, Brian Roberts. Oh, that's Brian Roberts. Okay, I see who he is. I see who he is. That's Brian Roberts. Well, they certainly don't have no clip of him recently on YouTube. Here, let me pull this up. Let's do this. Let's do this. There's so much new news that's coming out immediately. We just kind of got to catch it on the fly.
I want to find out a bit more right now about the president's very stern call with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu just a little while ago as the ceasefire was hanging in the balance. CNN political and global affairs analyst Barak Ravid is joining us right now. He's also a global affairs correspondent for Axios. Barak, thanks so much for joining us. I want to read what the president posted on his Truth Social site earlier this morning after cursing out both Israel and Iran. He wrote this, and I'm quoting Trump. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Barak, what did you learn about that conversation between Trump and Netanyahu that led to that post?
Hi, Wolf. According to Israeli news official, this call was pretty difficult. One U.S. official told me Trump was very direct and firm with what he told Netanyahu. He basically told Netanyahu abort mission. And Netanyahu, according to Israeli officials, told the president, look, I can't abort mission. The Iranians violated the ceasefire. They fired the missile. I have to do something. So at the end, Netanyahu told Trump that he's going to scale back this attack. And from a list of a dozen targets, many of them in the center of Tehran, at the end, the IDF struck one target, one radar outside of Tehran, which I think it's a pretty unprecedented thing that, you know, the president of the United States goes out in public calling on Israel to abort mission, and Israel doesn't. I think it's quite extraordinary. And if we, you know, if there's one thing that showed us how angry Donald Trump was, is that he used this morning on camera the F word in the context of the Israel-Iran war. And we remember when is the last time Donald Trump used the F word about Benjamin Netanyahu. So I think it shows how angry and frustrated he was.
Do we know what came first, that Iranian?
He justified in what he said. I would be pissed too. If we finally secured a deal, right? And they've been going back and forth at each other for the longest. And everything played out beautifully as far as finally securing a ceasefire and then potentially a peace deal. And then he announces it and everybody confirms it. And everybody just want to continue to get their rockets off because they can't wait to be fire off and they just warmongers, but he actually secures it. And forget the regimes, right? Forget Netanyahu, forget the Iranian regime, forget all of these people, right? What about the actual people? Because I personally don't believe that the Iranian people or Israeli people are evil people. I believe that this is all based off of propaganda and anger that is going back and forth between the different regimes and the different governments. And this is a power move. This is a political move. These are people that are at the top that's not afraid to sacrifice the people that's at the bottom so that they can get their rocks off, right? And you finally secure something that is going to be beneficial for everybody, both regimes, the people. Everybody can go home. You can start to rebuild. You can have unprecedented peace. You can get this money. You can get this box. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, right? You finally get it, and somebody just got to get that final rocket off. You got to get that, just, you know what, one more rocket. You telling me that one rocket was worth it? It's worth your ego. You can't stand down for 5 seconds. You can't shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. You just gotta say something. You just gotta get it off. Just gotta get the last word. I will be pissed too. I would be upset if my people came to me and say, "Hey man, the ceasefire is up still because Israel just had to get that one last rocket off." You're a representation of me, Brick Dog. How you gonna be my ally and you embarrassing me and you making me look bad? Did you think about what you was doing when you did it, or you just did it? I would be absolutely pissed. I would be angry as I would be on fire.
Strike on that residential apartment building in Beersheba that killed 4 Israelis, or the Israeli strikes that took place.
Bunny House says a ceasefire won't end the war. Y'all so evil. What do y'all want? Let me ask y'all a question. For all of you Democrats and you liberals and all of you people, the ones that talk, have y'all ever been around these people? Have y'all ever spent some time around people that are just, everything is nothing gonna be good? I can't wait for good news. I couldn't wait. I was sitting here in the studio when I got word, hey, ceasefire. Oh man, yes, peace. It don't even affect us here in the United States of America. We're unaffected by what is happening over there in Israel and Iran. I'm happy for them because I don't like war. We're not necessarily benefiting from it. My life is not going to change. Nothing is happening here on American soil, but we can get world peace and we don't have to worry about the thought of sleeper cells and all of this stuff. And y'all want us to. I get people that send me videos all the time. Hey man, this person said something about you. You got to get back at them. And I'll be like, squash it. Not interested. Not interested in beefing. Got too many women right here in the studio with me. Got too much box that's around me. Too much money to get. So many things to enjoy right now. Why would I want to go and beef with anybody? No, I'm cool. I'm chilling. Just want to see the world burn. You just want chaos. You want anger. You want problems. You want to see people suffer. You want to see people dying. They fought for 12 days. The shortest war that you'll ever people couldn't wait. World War III. People calling me every single day. Anton, what do you think about World War III? I said, man, ain't no World War III. We chilling. Ain't gonna be no war. We gonna be all right. I don't even want to see anything like this. First of all, I'm putting the good energy out there. I'm praying for the people over there in Israel and Iran. And hopefully Trump can solve this. I got confidence in my leadership. I don't necessarily care for it. I'm not sure that he's made the right decision. I don't know why we're such big allies of Israel. However, I'm going to trust in the leadership because that's the person I voted for. Oh, man. We on World War III. Everybody need to be getting bunkers. Brian B. AD, you off on this one. They've been beefing my whole life. So y'all don't want peace. Yeah, you don't want peace. If they say it's a ceasefire and that they're working towards a peace agreement, Why wouldn't I want that? Bunny House, you don't stop a hatred that's lasted for decades with a ceasefire. So what the fuck is a ceasefire? Y'all want them to fight forever? Thank God that y'all not in power. Thank God that y'all have no power over nothing. And I understand it because some of y'all can't even get a ceasefire in your own house. You've been arguing with your own girl for the whole time. That's why you a baby daddy. That's why you a baby mama. It's up forever. Don't you realize that this has made both of y'all broke, that y'all done spent a whole lot of money in lawyer fees and that nobody is winning and everybody is losing, including the kids, and so you don't want to effectively co-parent? That's the spirit of you. You are a cantankerous woman. You're a cantankerous woman. Y'all just won't, you don't stop a war that's been lasting decades with a ceasefire. Okay, so how do you think that they should stop it? How do you think that they should stop it? Just, ugh. Type of nigga to tell somebody, hey man, dog stepped on your shoe. You should fire on him. Fire what? It's a shoe, my nigga. Some kid over in Vietnam made this shoe for like $6. Nigga, am I about to fire off on a nigga because he stepped on my shoe? Hey man, he bumped into you. Yeah, because he was in his phone. He didn't know where he was going. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Why I gotta look at him as an enemy? Oh, hey, you all right, bro? Oh, my bad, bro. Man, you should have never apologized. It's a respect factor. Hey man, somebody get this nigga from out of my circle because he a crash dummy. He the type of person that get us in a confrontation and then we all gonna be fighting because we gotta make sure that we save each other. That's the type of people, that's the type of nigga you are. Hey man, somebody say something to me and then you step in. Hey man, what you say to my, hey dog, I got it, bro. I got it. Hey, chill out. We good, man. Hey man, you scaring the hoes over here. Man, I don't care nothing about them bitches. Hey man, what you doing, dog? Everybody chill. We got vibes right here. Chilling, man. Type of niggas to yell at a girl. Fuck you then, bitch. Because she don't want to talk to you. Hey, homie. What you doing, bro? You about to mess it up for all of us, nigga. That's the type of spirit y'all are. You the fuck you then, bitch spirit ass nigga. Facts, B-boss. Facts. Them type. You the type to go into the club to shoot it up. Hey man, don't you see all of these women with these small dresses on? What you think they put them small dresses on because they was trying to be by themselves for the rest of the night? They trying to chill out. They trying to get some motion. Start dancing. Hey man, put on that Chicago drill music, dog. We trying to shoot something up in this bit. Be in a section, all guys in the section with bottles. I dare them niggas over there to say something to us. You be at the bar like, hey man, why they so angry at each other? Trying to kick it with the ladies. What you talking about? But there's some women over here. Why y'all trying to battle with them over there? Everybody trying to get to the girls. The girls is trying to figure out what sections they trying to go in. So you got bottle wars, and now y'all about to throw bottles at each other? Man, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. That's the type of people y'all are. I don't even like being around y'all type. I see a bunch of dudes. I got into the elevator the other day. I thought it was some YNs. Honest to God on everything. And if y'all watching this, you know why I looked at y'all that way, right? I had my duffel bag and I'm chilling and I had my rollie on and I'm feeling good or whatever. And I seen three young, I ain't gonna say no YNs because they wind up being respectful. I see three young dudes, one super tall, one medium, one regular. And they had the dreads on or whatever. I was in the elevator. And I got in and I'm chilling, I'm minding my business, and I just automatically start stereotyping because they just look like the type. They look like the type. And then the medium one, he said, oh man, you Anton Daniels. Man, what's up, bro? Man, I love the penthouse, big dog. It was all good energy. I'll be leery. I'll be leery of people, bro. I'll be leery of people. So I'm minding my business. I'm staying out of the loop. I don't want to know what nobody got going on. Keeping my head on the swivel, focus on what's in front of me, but I got my peripherals on. I can't take no chances because everybody got this weird energy, bro. Everybody want to fight.
In Tehran.
So as far as I understand, according to the sequence of things, the Israeli strikes...
Hey, Yasmin, I know how the women be feeling now. I felt just like the women. I said, let me just stay focused. He said, hey, what's going on, man? You Anton Daniels, bro. I like the penthouse. I said, what's up, big dog? What's going on? Well, I was like, let my guard down. You know what I'm saying?
In Tehran happened before, and the Iranian
missile
strikes happened afterwards. But
Nike Techs.
According to the timeline that President Trump himself laid out, both were still before the ceasefire came into effect. I think what created the problem was that the Iranians fired the missile one time 6 minutes into the ceasefire. Let's say, that's borderline. But the second time they fired a missile 3 hours into the ceasefire. And while the missile was intercepted, didn't hit anything, it was still, something that Israel saw as a violation and threatened to strike in retaliation in the center of Tehran.
In a statement after the phone call with the president, Prime Minister Netanyahu's office said this, and I'm quoting, in the conversation, President Trump expressed his great appreciation for Israel, which achieved all of its objectives for the war, as well as his confidence in the stability of the ceasefire, end quote. What objectives is Israel claiming it achieved during the course of the last 12 days?
So I think there's no doubt that Israel achieved almost completely its two main objectives, which were, number one, destroying the Iranian nuclear program. I think the program, even if it's not 100% destroyed, it has been severely damaged, and it would take the Iranians a long time to bring this program back to a place where they can even try to produce a nuclear weapon. The other thing is the Iranian ballistic missile program. While the Israelis set out an ambitious goal of, removing this threat completely, they did not. But they, I think, degraded Iranian ballistic missile capabilities significantly. At least 50%, maybe even 60% of Iran's launchers were destroyed. A lot of Iran's ballistic missile production lines have been destroyed, and Iran is in a different place on its ballistic missile capability today.
Listen, I just want peace in the region, and I think that Trump is going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. And if he's somehow able to end the war between Ukraine and Russia, I will give him an A+, and I will definitely say he's the greatest president of all time. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read a couple of super chats, and then we're going to move on with the show. Messy Mathematician says, I want people to understand Trump has not been in office for 6 full months. Amazing. Facts. Talk about it, baby girl. Talk about it. Chase Barnes says, happy Tuesday, AD and peeps. I want Trump level of anger when I get older, hand movements and all. He was still pretty tame to be as angry as he probably was. So, Europe ain't gonna help nobody, Eric D. You know what it is. You know what it is, Eric. Trump takes a victory lap. They said that he was happy on Air Force One talking about all of the successes that he has been able to achieve as a result of securing this ceasefire. So let me see if I can find that really quickly, and then we can have a conversation about that. I ain't even gonna lie, I was kind of getting tired of talking about war. The junk got a little extra. Seeing that roach in a restaurant this morning, that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all.
Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? We have breaking news.
Everything good. Israel, as you know, turned back. They didn't do that raid this morning, fortunately. That was a big thing. Appreciate it. They had a lot of planes going, and they were going to do something, and they didn't do it. We're happy about that. Very happy about that. So the ceasefire is very much in effect, and I think we're going to keep it there for a long time.
Did you speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu about that?
I did.
What did you tell him?
I said, you got to turn back the planes. They were going to go because, look, they hit him very hard after we made the deal yesterday. They were entitled to, but nobody thought that would have happened. But they hit him very hard, and that shouldn't have happened. And then, as you know, Iran hit them very hard last night because of that. I don't think they would have, except for the first hard hit. And I guess a missile was launched a couple of minutes afterwards, which went nowhere, which hit nothing. And there was going to be a retaliation this morning by Israel. And I said, you got to call back the planes. It's enough. It's enough. And they did, which I respect very greatly. So nobody was killed. That was the story. But they had a lot of planes going in the wrong direction. You know that, right?
Do you want any consequences for Israel or Iran for breaking?
They didn't do anything. No, they didn't do anything. They would have if I put out a statement on truth, and they didn't do anything.
Sir, how are you confident that this might not happen again? Say in a couple weeks that...
Tired of it. I think they don't want it to happen again. And Iran's not going to have a nuclear weapon, by the way. I think it's the last thing on their mind right now.
Mr. President, did Iran make any commitments yesterday about uranium enrichment?
About what?
About uranium enrichment.
They're not going to have enrichment, and they're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and they know that. They're going to get on to being a great trading nation. You know, they're very good traders. And they're going to be a great trading nation, and they have a lot of oil. They're going to do well. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
So did they...
Here's the part that I'm trying to figure out. So when Trump announced the ceasefire yesterday, right, he basically said, and let me pull it up because I want to make sure that I quote this correctly. Let me pull it up on X. Well, you don't want to put that one. Put the wrong one. So is his only main account on Truth? Oh, here we go. Real Donald Trump. Mess that one up. So he just put the flag up and then he put it on Truth Social. All right. So I don't have it up right now, so I have to find it and see what is going on. But when he basically announced it yesterday and he said that it was a ceasefire, he was calling for, he said that it was going to be a 6-hour wind up, 6 hours from Israel, then 6 hours from Iran, or 12 hours or something like that, and then they would be trying to work towards a peace deal. But here's the thing that I was trying to understand, and I was thinking to myself, well, why won't they just stop immediately? Why is it another 6 hours for them to be able to stay fighting before they call off the dogs and call off the troops? Why do they got to launch all as many missiles as they can prior to them actually stopping the fight and actually going towards a ceasefire? What was the purpose of that? Why would they keep going and say, well, we got 6 more hours to fight? Why would you risk any more lives of dying if everything was already in place and you guys had basically both agreed to a ceasefire? Can somebody explain that to me and why that made sense?
The last thing on Iran's mind right now is nuclear weapons.
Can you clarify what you meant when you mentioned regime change in your Truth Social post the other night?
Which?
Regime change. Do you want to see regime change in Iran?
No. If there was, there was. But no, I don't want it. I'd like to see everything calm down as quickly as possible. regime change takes chaos, and ideally we don't want to see so much chaos, so we'll see how it does. You know, the Iranians are very good traders, very good business people, and they got a lot of oil. They should be fine. They should be able to rebuild and do a good job. They're never going to have nuclear, but other than that, they should do a great job, which is exactly what I've been saying for years. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. But we're going to be with, where's Marco? I think Marco's here someplace.
He's behind you.
You know, our great Secretary of State. But we cannot let them have a nuclear weapon. They won't have a nuclear
where's
weapon.
Marco?
And I will tell you, the last thing on their minds is nuclear weapons. They don't even want to think about nuclear. And our B-2 pilots made this all possible. They had a magnificent hit in the dark of night with no moon.
I like how Trump continues to celebrate the military. That's dope.
No light, no nothing. They hit the target perfectly, wiped it out. And the press is very disrespectful. I saw CNN fake news going, well, maybe it wasn't a perfect hit, it was perfect. They said maybe it did destroy it. We agree, it did destroy it, but maybe it could have destroyed it more. No, it couldn't have destroyed it more. Everyone hit. And it's very disrespectful to those great geniuses and patriots that flew those planes through tremendous danger. So CNN and MSDNC are a disgrace. And so are the others. I mean, they're pretty much all a disgrace. But it's an amazing period of time. Now we're going to NATO, and we'll get a new set of problems. We'll solve a new set of problems.
Do you think you'll meet with Zelensky when you're there?
Yeah, probably. I'll see him. Yeah.
What would you say to him?
Say, how you doing? It's tough. He's in a tough situation. Should have never been there.
Sir, you said a couple days ago that you didn't think the U.S. should have to agree to the 5% increase in GDP on defense.
No.
Do you want to?
I was the one that said that's what they should be paying, as you know. No, I should do something. And they're having a problem with Spain. There's always a problem with Spain.
Sorry about the freezing, y'all. We back, though.
MSDNC are a disgrace. And so are the others. I mean, they're pretty much all a disgrace. But it's an amazing period of time. Now we're going to NATO, and we'll get a new set of problems. We'll solve a new set of problems.
Do you think you'll meet with Zelensky when you're there?
Yeah, probably. I'll see him. Yeah.
What would you say to him?
Say, how you doing? It's tough. He's in a tough situation. Should have never been there.
Sir, you said a couple days ago that you didn't think the U.S. should have to agree to the 5% increase in GDP on defense.
No.
Do you want to?
I was the one that said that's what they should be paying, as you know. No, I should do something. And they're having a problem with Spain. There's always a problem with Spain. Because Spain's not agreeing, which is very unfair to the rest of them, frankly.
So the U.S. won't be increasing our GDP to 5%.
We should pay what everyone else, they're in Europe, we're not. A lot of that money goes to rebuilding their bridges, their roads, so it can take heavy equipment. And, we don't have any roads in Europe. We don't have any bridges in Europe. So, no, it wouldn't be quite the same thing for us. But we're with them.
Are you still committed to Article 5 of NATO?
It depends on your definition. There's numerous definitions of Article 5. You know that, right? But I'm committed to being their friends. I've become friends with many of those leaders, and I'm committed to helping them.
What do you want the role of NATO to be going forward once these other countries are spending more?
By having a unified system, I think we're going to have stronger peace, better peace, and I think we have that. When I went to NATO, they were broke. When I first started this whole thing, it seems like a long time ago, 9 years, right? But they were broke. I knew it immediately. I said, you guys are broke. They weren't paying their dues. 7 of the 28 countries, at the time it was 28, were paying their dues, but they weren't paying very much. NATO was broke. And I said, you're going to have to pay. And we did a whole thing, and now they're paying a lot. Then I said, you're going to have to lift it to 4% or 5%. And 5% is better. And I guess they're voting on that today, but they're going to be lifting it to 5%. That's good. It gives them much more power.
Mr. President, if there's language in the final summit declaration about aggression by Russia, would you be okay with that kind of language?
Well, I'll have to take a look at it. But, I'd like to see a deal with Russia. As you know, Vladimir called me up. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, I don't need help with Iran. I need help with you. And I hope we're going to be getting a deal done with Russia. It's a shame. 6,000 soldiers died last week. More, 6,500 soldiers died last week. Russia, Ukraine, a war that never would have happened if I was president. So enjoy your flight.
Let me ask you one more follow-up. In your comments just now about Article 5, that will probably make some people in Europe concerned. Can you clarify what you mean? Are you still committed to mutual defense?
I'm committed to saving lives. I'm committed to...
Yo, 6,500 people died between Russia and Ukraine last week. 6,500 people died between Russia and Ukraine last week. Jesus, Lord have mercy. God, maybe we need to get the prayer warriors on the line because I don't know what else to do. Yo, you got two people who are unrelenting. They are willing to sacrifice lives. Dog. I mean, look, one life, do you know how important one life is? Imagine Russia losing over 1 million and Ukraine probably losing over 1 million people in a war, in a senseless war. That is crazy. 1 million people each, 6,500 people, and we so clueless. We was sitting here more concerned because it was the latest news, right? So it was the latest thing that was in the whole sphere, and we're sitting here like, I can't believe it. You know, they fired on Qatar, World War III. They killing people every day right over there with Russia and Ukraine. You know what's happening over in Sudan? You know what's happening over in Haiti? You know what's happening over in the Congo? People dying every day, B. Every day. Wow. And yes, they still kidnapping people on both sides in order to send them to the front line to go and kill people. Meanwhile, leadership is sitting there like this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Man, have y'all thanked anybody today that y'all was born in the United States of America? I am so thankful every day. Every single day, I am thankful that I have been born here in the United States of America and that I am blessed. Every day, I thank God for strong leadership in the White House, for the President of the United States of America, and that I am blessed because it could be different. It could absolutely go differently. Your car, did I lose any super chats as a result of this this Air Force One gaggle? Because when I got frozen, I kind of lost some stuff. Nichelle says, like you, I simply cannot understand the U.S. alliance with them people. They must have a portal to another dimension or something over there for this level of hand holding. Hashtag Israel fatigue. Yeah, I got Israel fatigue too. Won't be shocked if those sleeper cells are illegals, says Young and Reckless. Shout out to Young and Reckless. If I lost any super chats, I'm going to see if I can find them just in case, because I want to make sure that I didn't lose anything. But man, it's crazy, bro. Every day I thank God. I look out the window, it's peaceful. I might have some little redhead that dyed her hair yellow and orange because she want to sit there and protest against the problem that she don't have or oppression that she's not experiencing. Some white lady that painted her hair differently that's wearing a rainbow and is kissing her girlfriend in between, acting like she oppressed when she's out there protesting and saying anything that she want to say. Yo, we all of our problems are literally made up here in America. All of our problems are made up here in America. I was looking at a little problem that I had yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing compared to what some people is going through. It's a whole lot of people walking around in the Congo with no arms. Got their arm chopped off as a punishment. Yeah, with the bullnose ring, brutally honest. Facts with the bullnose ring. Let me see something. Just double check something real quick. Chase Barnes says, happy Tuesday, AD and peeps. I want Trump. Yep, I seen that one. Too many itchy trigger fingers on that side. God bless America and our president, says Nichelle. Lyric the Gamer says that Melania got your boy Trump tamed. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. One more thing that I wanted to tackle. I thought that we'd had a little bit of fun on our way out the door today. Shouldn't take any more than 10 minutes. You know, when I say 10 minutes, it's really like 12 to 15. But I wanted to have a little fun today. So I don't know how fun this could be. It's actually pretty sad and tragic, but I keep warning y'all against this every day. And so let's have a little bit of a conversation. So, my passport sis and bros. My passport sis and bros. What up, though? What y'all got going on? What's happening? Can somebody explain to me the concept of going overseas for box? Has anybody ever got some overseas boxes in the chat today? I know we got like 4,000 people in here. Has anybody got some overseas box before? And the reason that I asked that is because I got like 4 stories of 4 different guys that then turned up missing as a result of going to the Dominican Republic. I have, but I was on a vacation. Oh, I've gotten something that's because I was in the Navy. Out of country box is different. What's so different about it? What up, Mrs. Hall over there in Ohio? I see you. Yeah, I didn't go over there for it. It just happened. That's a lie. David, see, look, now all of y'all want to come on. Hey, bro, put me up on the lab. Nope. I don't want to hear about your overseas box. I don't even want to think about your overseas box. But the reason that I asked this question is because this man apparently met this woman in the Dominican Republic, and he brought her back to the United States of America, married her. They had marital problems. She cleaned out the apartment, went back to the Dominican Republic. He goes back over there to chase her. And now he's ended up missing. You ain't gonna believe it until we actually start seeing it. That's what I see. That's what we're working with today. Let me see if I can get this up. There we go.
He likes to talk. He likes to tell me what he's doing, send me videos of where he's going.
Marcus Forrester says he and his son Jason, 38, voice texted each other every day and many times a day, especially after Jason.
Y'all, okay, so hold on for a second, y'all. Y'all not even like bad looking guys like that. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like usually when you see a woman that can't keep a man, because every woman can get a man. I mean, I've seen some booger wolves be able to keep a man, right? Usually when you see a woman that can't keep a man, something is seriously wrong with her. She crazy in the head. She talk too goddamn much. She got her head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? She might have a punch key. You know what I'm saying? You see all of that. That's what you usually see with women. For a lot of these guys, y'all not even like bad looking guys. Y'all are regular guys. Why are y'all having problems with box here in the United States of America? Why are y'all having problems with box over here in the United States? Like y'all not even bad looking guys. Like why are y'all bringing women over here into the United States of America to marry them? What's going on, y'all? Why would y'all risk it? Why y'all risking it for community box over there? And them women be wore out. They be wore out. Everybody didn't bust them down for a real one. Nelly Domingo says, I got a chick in the DR. Y'all know that them ain't y'all chicks, right? Them ain't y'all chick. You know y'all like that. Okay, so listen, for all of y'all that's here in the United States of America that fly back every other month or fly back once a month, and you take your Spirit flight over there to Sasua or whatever, you know that that's not your chick. You know that's somebody else's. Like 4 other guys are saying that, yeah, man, you know I got a girl back in the Dominican Republic, right? You know that they got you on rotation. No, honey, don't come today because don't come next week because it's come 2 weeks from now because I have to go and take care of my mother. Honest to God, you know that that's not your chick. You know she doing that with 4 or 5 other guys, and y'all are in rotation. All of y'all are in rotation, and you keep saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna send you money. I'm gonna make sure that you're good, and then one day I'm gonna bring you back to the United States of America." Yeah, that's a rental. It's a rental. It's a rental. I promise to God, it's a rental. That's everybody's girl. Why y'all falling in love? I tell y'all not to fall in love over here in the United States of America, and you gonna fall in love over there? It's 4 of y'all that all 4 of y'all showed me the same picture. Yeah, dog, this is my girl. It's my girl, and hey, look, Anton. Anton, look, check it out. It's my girl over here in the Dominican Republic, bro. Ain't she good? Did I do good? Stop showing me pictures of the same girl. It's the same girl. She the same chick. Different pose. With you, she like this. With him, she like this. Like y'all all talking to the same chick. Dog, she got at least 1,500 bodies. And you kissing her in the mouth. Hey, girl. I love you. I love you so much. Nigga, she don't even know your name. She can get away with not saying your name right because she got an accent, so you think it's just her accent. No, nigga, she don't know you. The same way that these chicks got you in their phone as food here in the United States of America, they got you in their phone as food over there in America. I mean, outside of America. Honest to God, nigga, that's everybody, nigga. That's worldwide community bots. At least here in your little small city, just the little homies is busting her down, or the OGs in the community pulled up like Cuddy. I watched Dead Presidents the other day when he pulled up and he said, "How my little girl doing in the back?" Yeah, check it out. I got something for you. Cuddy, didn't I say you should not be spoiling her like that? She's a little girl in the back. She sleep. That's both our daughter. Nigga, that is international box. White men, black men, the last 1,500 bodies, nigga, somebody had something that they gave her. Honest to God, bro.
Moved from Beltsville, Maryland to Miami, Florida. Frequent trips to the Dominican Republic led to love and then marriage to a woman Jason met there.
He met the parents and so on. They got married in the year, and he started making arrangements to get her to come here legally. And that did happen. She got a visa.
Forrester says Jason and his new bride struggled a bit as they transitioned from a long-distance relationship to sharing a home. Then something unexpected and shocking happened.
One day he came back from work and the apartment was cleaned out. She left and disappeared.
Forrester says his son was heartbroken when his wife refused to return his calls, then blocked him. He says Jason decided to fly to the Dominican Republic.
Nigga, she got a green card and she cleaned out the apartment. And she sold all of the stuff and the belongings. And she went back home. And she blocked you. You got finessed. Y'all getting scammed. I'm going to bring it back over here in the United States of America. That's because they think that y'all doing well because y'all over there spending money on box over there. And the dollar goes a lot further. So you talk to the parents. She had already said that she was going to finesse you. The parents is in on it. They think that you doing really well because they think they got a high value man. They get over here and they like, damn, it's roaches and shit all up in here. Yo, what do you do for a living? You work at dollar store? You work at the dollar store, Dollar Tree? All right, listen, it's not what I thought it was. Thank you for the green card. I was here long enough. I don't really like you like that. And so I'm going to go home. I still got my green card and now I can block you. Facts, Molly. You got finessed. And you got blocked. You should have already, see, if you had had a homie like me, hey, man, you just got this time. You got to learn your lesson. Nope. You're going to fly back over there and you're going to go into her village. I'm going to get my girl. I'm going to get my wife. I'm going to get my girl. I'm going to get my wife. You're not going to take my stuff. And you got the green card. You should have just chalked that up as an L. Cost you less than getting a divorce. Cost you less than getting a divorce. You got your L. Now you going to go back. I'm flying back from Miami over to the Dominican Republic
to talk with her family, hoping they would help convince her to return to the marriage. But after the phone call from the airport 2 weeks ago, Marcus Forrester says no one, not his family or friends, has heard from Jason. Calls to the Dominican embassy.
What is he doing flying over there to try to get a chick to come over here in the United States of America?
Have produced no helpful information, he says.
We're just very, very concerned and hoping and praying that he shows up some way, somehow. But the reality of it is could be even worse.
Marcus Forrester is in the process of filing a missing persons report in Miami, where Jason lived and was last seen.
Let this be a lesson, bro. Let this be a lesson, bro. Never chase community box. Now it's a possibility that he's not even with us anymore. And that's not a laughing matter, but it is a warning. It is a warning. It is a warning to everybody. If you a simp here, you're going to be a simp there. If you a munch here, you're going to be a munch there. If you broke here, guess what? You can't trick them into thinking that you're not broke there. You just getting community box. That's just a fact. Like, it's sad. It's sad that he went over there chasing. You went all the way over. Man, I wouldn't chase. Nigga. If my wife decided that she left me and she took all of my stuff and she moved overseas, you think I'm going to go over there and chase her? I don't know them streets. You better hurry up and get home if you out here in Detroit. It's about to be dark outside, depending on what neighborhood you in. As I'm going to lock the door. Oh, you wanted to go out there late at night? Okay. Somebody get the locksmith in here and let me lock the door. Change the combination, change the code. You're going to either have to sleep in a car outside or you stay where you at. And it just is what it is. I'll be damned if I actually fly overseas to come and get you. Honest to God, if you leave out this house tonight, I'm locking the door. I'm locking the door. Don't come back. Don't press go. Don't collect $200. The streets own you. That's my one rule. I'm never going to stop somebody from leaving. My one rule. I'm never going to stop somebody from leaving. If you leave, then you gone. You going to leave for the day. And if you stayed out and I don't know where you at, you gone forever. Gone forever. You better be at your mama house. Because if you're not at your mama house, then I got some paperwork that I'm going to give you when you get back. Facts. Lock the door, go play Madden. But see, I ain't going to go play Madden. I'm going to lock the door and get online and live stream, and I'm going to go and have some fun with my friends and make some money. Run my subscriber count up. Not about to go out there chasing you. You left on your own will. I am not about to go out there and chase you. I am not a sucker. Man, whoever he is, that's your man now. Make do with it. Make way with it. Operation activate post-nuptial agreement. Facts. I ain't got nothing for you. Nothing for you, fam. Make sure I hit a like. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Once you left, you gone. I thought you was going to chase me. You thought wrong. 392Q says, when I was in Germany on deployment, I got some box. German women love black men. Some men stayed in Germany and got 3 baby mamas. All right, so let me give y'all a clue. Y'all said German women like black men. All women like black men. You, no matter where you go. If you him, no matter where you go. Young Reckless says, majority of those dudes are non-black men. Us black men know the game. Matthew King says, Trump lies through his teeth every day and y'all believe him. Oh, Matthew. Matthew is mad because Trump got another win. Shout out to Matthew. I love you. Thank you, big dog, for coming through again. Messy Mathematician says ceasefires have a delay because field communication often takes time. You have to communicate across multiple military factions, and we have to account for mistrust between warring countries. Rushed ceasefires collapse disastrously. All right, well, I like this. Thank you, Messy, for the insight. That's why I love you. Thought you was just good at math. I didn't know if you was good at diplomacy also. Chris Cunningham says, Goldie says, yo, chick just chose me. We can handle this like with some class, or we can get into some gangster-ish. Now, see, that's the one thing that I disagree with Goldie. I don't believe in getting into no gangster-ish over no girl. If she chose, then she chose. I'm not fighting over no chick. He was found, AD. Okay, I'm going to have to cover that tomorrow. I make enough to trick off in America. Talk about it, Matthew Young. Okay. Hey, listen, a trick is a trick. A trick is a trick is a trick. All right, y'all. So listen, we got after hours tonight, and then make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Got a live stream on the Patreon before we do after hours, all right? Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace. Stay safe.